Rock and roll revolution. Remember real rock and roll? Simple. Pure. Rock. Then something went wrong.
I made it through the wilderness.
That was painful.
Some say rock and roll is dead. Blah, blah, blah.
The music sucks.
We don't think so. See, it's time for a revolution. A rock and roll revolution. Courtesy of Velvet Revolver! Velvet Revolver is a rock and roll band. Made up of some of the best players from some of the greatest rock and roll bands in modern history. Guns N' Roses, The Cult, Stone Temple Pilots.
The original idea for this show, Rock and Roll Revolution, came about because every time Velvet Revolver goes on tour, you can't seem to find a rock and roll band that fits.
We are on a mission to find an authentic rock and roll band, a real rock and roll band, to tour with and open for Velvet Revolver. How are we going to do it? Here's how. We're going to harness the power of the internet. We're going to invite bands from across the country to send their best work to Yahoo, MySpace, and YouTube.
I hear a lot of great music at tattoo shops. I get turned on to a lot of new music. I mean, it's great because there's MySpace and stuff now. There's a lot more outlets for new bands to be seen and heard.
We did the poor man's American Idol already when we were looking for a singer. At that point, we did just like we did back in high school, put ads in the paper, but we did have the internet. We actually got way much more exposure using the internet than we did through the recycler.
Real rock and roll, I believe, is ready for that band. If they're playing it, they wrote the songs, they're on stage, they don't care how the fuck they look. And that's the kind of attitude that made punk rock big, with Sex Pistols, The Clash. You know, GNR came out, you know, they were dirty, you know, fucked up, but it was real, it wasn't fabricated.
It's a rock and roll revolution.
We're looking for, you know, a bare knuckle rock and roll band, so we'll see what happens.
There's a lot of music that's tangible out there that we could actually tap into with today's technology.
I'm really looking forward to it just to get down to the down-to-earth sort of, like just hearing bands in their own element do what they're supposed to be doing. So, it'll be interesting.
Rock and roll!